Peace and blessings to the chosen. Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemal Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Hakim pushing his truth, sincerity, and charity. Risking their lives and freedom to do so. I'm the brother Yalad. And I'm going to start off with Genesis 47 and verse 9. And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers and the days of their pilgrimage. So the context here, the way that Jacob is describing his life, quote, quote, he's calling it a pilgrimage as if though he was just walking through, passing through. But I bring this out to say that it's never been easy. It's never. I will clarify, except for before the first transgression with Adam and Eve, ever since it's never been easy. It's always been a struggle. It's always been those curses came after that first temptation as far as tilling the ground from the sweat of thy brow, right? If I can grab that. Bear with me a second. Yeah, the sweat of thy face. Genesis 3:19, it says, in the sweat of thy face, that shalt thou eat bread. Meaning you got to work till thou return unto the ground. Death. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, to dust thou shalt return. To that first transgression, ever since then, it's never been easy. Now, granted, we have more conveniences now, technologically wise and etc. But it's still a struggle because the world got weaker through age. Men back then, they had a lot of troubles, but now men struggle with things like testosterone. So 2 Esdras 14 and 17, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall the evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So, yeah, the world became weaker with age, but that don't mean that the times before were better. To an extent, I would rather say. Ecclesiastes 7 and 10, it says, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. So times have changed. But one thing's for certain and one thing's for sure is that oppression has always been around in some extent. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. This is a thing that's been around. There's always been the defraudment, oppression, as long as the wicked was in rulership and the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So it's never been easy, right? And what I mean by saying that is that Jacob struggled, Abraham struggled, Moses struggled, all the way up to, look, all these books, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, right? Skip to the Apocrypha, Esdras, Tobit, Judith. All of these persons struggled with something, okay? The Maccabees, Susanna, right? Then you got the gospel books, the Matthews, Mark, Luke. They all went through something in their own trials and tribulations. Let me see if I can get this one precept. Second Ezra 7:57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which men that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he overcome, he shall suffer, as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. So not only is you going to struggle with anything regardless, just on a carnal level, on a worldly level, but when you come to the truth, then you have the things that come with the ministry. You have the things that come with serving the Lord, and how it talks about. Let me go to Sirach, because I don't think I can word it or memorize it from word, but I know that it's about counting the cost, and it's not the New Testament scripture I want. It's the prepare your soul for temptation. It's Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, I know to go to the first 2 chapters as well. Well, okay. Sirach 2 from the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. So you're going to have to go through that fire regardless in the world. You're going to have to. How much more in the truth? How much more is this? You surely shall drink of the cup. If you don't know what that means, that's your own homework to do. But Yahweh Shah, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus, said to his disciples, you surely shall drink of the cup. And that cup is not a pleasant cup to drink. Nevertheless, I want to leave on a good note, because, there's certain things we may go through. We can't be going through it all, man. As a single individual, some of us have it worse than others, and some of us have not experienced certain how you say, suffering, travails or perils. Let me see. But keep this in mind, Sirach 26:4, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart to the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. And I'm saying all of that to say that the moment you think you got it bad, bro, look at somebody else, bro. There's always somebody that got it worse, bro. And you think to yourself, like, man. And I was just watching that movie, Apocalypto, spiritual movie. Heavily recommend you watch. But the main character, Jaguar Paul, he was catching hell. Affliction after affliction after affliction. You talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. You talk about can't catch a break. You talk about can't win for losing. You talking about, hey, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And there's somebody out there like that. That's getting it worse. But the Lord merciful, because he going to balance it out. He going to make the rain go upon the just and the unjust. And that poor soul that catch all them, that hell is eventually going to catch a break. Is eventually going to get rest. Is eventually, whether that just be in general in the kingdom, or if that be soon when they give up the ghosts, they go to the spirit world. So this is something to rejoice at, knowing that it could always be worse. And it ain't never been easy since it's really the beginning of man. Right? And I brought out that weak through age to just say that, over time, there still was always struggles, even though there were certain conveniences. The things that we struggle with today is not like before. But it's always been a struggle. Lord willing, that was edifying. I give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Shalom.